Hey guys, welcome back. I got this cool little microphone from one of our friends, Mario, who I'm gonna tag. Thank you, by the way. And I wanted to try it out today, so we're gonna do a yoga video. Today I wanted to focus a little bit more on mobility and flexibility. There will still be some strength components in it, because it's yoga, but more focus on mobility and flexibility. So let's get started. So we're going to start our practice today in standing position. So our feet are going to be directly under our hips, and then our arms are going to come together, palms are going to touch in front of the chest. Once we're here, we're going to start practicing square breathing. So square breathing, you inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. So we're going to do that breath 5 times. And just try to get yourself into a state of kind of letting go of any extra pressure you find in your neck and your back, and making sure that you stay in alignment the entire time while focusing on your breathing. Also be very aware of where the pressure is on your feet. So you want to make sure that you have an even amount of pressure throughout your entire foot on both sides. So now we're going to let those hands fall down to our sides. We're going to open our eyes if your eyes were closed. Inhale, bring palms to touch, looking at those palms as they touch together. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, flat back, looking forward. And exhale into a fold. Here you want to make sure that you're relaxing the neck. The arms are falling all the way forward. And of course you're getting a good stretch in the hamstrings and the calves. Now we're going to inhale and walk our hands forward. Going into plank. When you're in plank, you want to focus on flaring your shoulder blades outwards. This helps protect your shoulder joint. Imagine you're pulling your palms and your toes together. Exhale, come down slowly, all the way down. And inhale, rising up. Find your breath again. Inhale into child's pose. Exhale it through, down to the floor. Now, because we're focusing on flexibility today, we're going to go ahead and add to this child's pose. So you're going to start with your left hand and scoop that underneath your chest, and then follow your hand and look under your right arm. And if you need more of a stretch, you can even bring that right arm back a bit. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Right arm underneath the left and looking under that left arm. Release the back of that right shoulder. Beautiful. Come back up to a tabletop pose. And from here, we're going to work our way up to downward dog. So we're going to curl our toes under our feet and then use our hands to push back and up onto the heels. From here, get your downward dog situated. Release the neck again and kind of pedal with your feet. This allows a little bit more of a stretch into the calves and the hamstrings. Wonderful. Now we're going to bring our feet together. Toes are touching, space in between the heels. You're going to take your left foot, bring that knee in to your stomach, up, 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 not turning the hips. Allow that stretch in the back of the leg. And then you're going to try to scoop that leg all the way forward between your hands. If you can't quite get there, that's okay. Just wiggle your toes up in between your hands. Once you're here, inhale, look forward. Exhale and drop the knees and the hands. And now we're going to make sure that our back foot is pointed to the wall behind us. From here, we're going to get a good stretch in these back hip flexors. So we're going to inhale and look up. Good. If you're feeling more advantageous, you can go ahead and bring hands together, fingers and thumbs pointed. Everything else is interlaced. And we're going to inhale all the way up. Strong stance. Good. Go ahead and exhale forward. Now I want you to bring your left hand on the inside of that foot, that left foot. And we're going to inhale, look upwards. Looking up at that right hand. If you don't quite have the balance for this yet, you can go ahead and switch sides. Exhale, back down. Get ready to do the other side. Curl those back toes under the right foot. Back up. We're going to extend this left foot all the way into a hamstring stretch. If you can get that back heel down, go for it. Whew. This is a good stretch for the hamstrings. Front toes are off the floor. Awesome. Go ahead and step those toes back down. My back foot is at an angle, but my heels are lined up. I'm gonna bend that front knee. Inhale, up to warrior two. Hips are facing forward. They're not off to the side. Facing forward, and I'm staring straight down my middle finger on the left side. From here, we're going to windmill down into Humble Warrior. Flip that back hand. Bow all the way down. Giving thanks to your practice. Being thankful for what your practice has done for you and what it's going to continue to do for you. Wonderful. We're going to go back through a chaturanga. So you're going to tilt that back foot onto your toes and step that left leg back. Plank position. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale, child's pose. We're not going to rotate this time. But what we are going to do is take our hands and swoop them back to where our feet are and allow a stretch in the shoulder blades. Let the shoulders fall forward and allow the shoulder blades to fall apart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, all fours. Now get ready to go back into downward dog. Curl those toes under. Lift up. Very good. Now we're going to do the other side. Bring those feet together first. Toes are touching, little space in between the heels. You're going to take your right foot now. You're going to bring it up into the stomach. Kick it back without the hip twisting. Reach up as high as you can. Exhale, forward as far as you can go. Scooch the rest of the way. We're going to inhale, look up. Smiles help. Exhale, all the way down onto the knee. Now that back foot should be facing the back wall, toes pointed towards that back wall. Inhale, look up. If you're comfortable here, you can stay here. If not, we're going to make another inhale, rising all the way up. And now we're going to exhale, fall back forward. If you want to, go ahead and bring that right hand onto the inside of the right foot. And we're going to inhale, bring that left arm up, looking up at the ceiling. Wonderful. Go ahead and windmill back down. Hands on either side. Active fingertips, hands and toes should be spread. We're going to tuck those toes on the back foot, on the left foot, underneath, and rise. And we're going to go into our warrior. Wonderful. go ahead and windmill into Humble Warrior. And now we're going to go ahead and do that hamstring stretch. Go ahead and turn the foot and lean back, reaching that back heel to the ground. Breathe into it. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and step this right foot onto the ground. Left foot is going to come up to join us. Toes touching, space for the heels. Now we're going to lead with our hands back up. So inhale, leading with hands. Palms to touch. Find your breath. Exhale, down into prayer. It's easier to find your breath here. All right, now let's go ahead and focus on opening the front. So we're going to exhale, let the hands fall. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, swan dive. From here, we're going to inhale, look up. Go ahead and exhale, drop the hips like you're sitting down on a stool behind you. And here, my hands really help because I can put them right in front of my toes and my knees should not be touching my arms. If your knees are touching, that means you're too far forward. You gotta engage the hamstrings a little bit more. Lean back like you're sitting into a chair. We're going to inhale. Bring our arms to our ears. Hold. And now the fun part, exhale all the way down. I'm gonna switch this way so you guys can see me a little bit better. You're gonna take those arms, place them above your head. We're just gonna stretch here for a second. Good. Now we're gonna open the front, but I want to establish some core work first and kind of lengthen out the back, stretch the back. So first, we're gonna work antagonist muscles. We're gonna go into a boat. So we're gonna inhale, bring the arms down to the side, not quite touching the ground. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, legs down, but not quite to the ground. Bring those shoulders up. Smile if you can. And exhale all the way down. Awesome. Now we're going to inhale, bring our legs up. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug and gently rock side to side. This is really good for the hips and the low back. All right, now we're going to exhale. Bring the legs back out, but don't bring them straight out. Have them bent a foot away from where your butt is. From here, we're going to take our hands and place them right next to our ears. And we're gonna stretch out our wrists here. These are our flexors. Our flexors get really tight because we use them a lot opposed to our extensors. So extensors are in flexion, flexors are being stretched. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and raise our glutes, squeezing them together, going into a bridge. This allows for a good stretch on the front of the hips. Go ahead, if you can, and go up onto the head. And then once you're ready, make sure that those knees are always forward whenever you're doing any sort of bridges, or, anything that would strain your back or could strain your back, because that's a great way to do it, is if you allow those knees to fall out, you're much more susceptible to low back pain. So make sure the knees and the toes are facing forward. And when you're ready, go ahead and push off. Exhale. Back down. Head first. Go ahead and inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. Grab the tops of your feet if you can. If not, you can grab back here. And we're just going to pull and stretch. Forehead towards the knees. Keep one leg up. Bring the left leg down. Go ahead and switch. It's okay if you need a little bend in your knee. Don't think that you have to have your leg completely straight. You absolutely do not. The point is to stretch the muscle, not hurt the muscle. Very good. Go ahead and bring those knees back in. We're gonna do a couple of playful rolls, holding on to your hamstrings, rocking back and forth gently along the spine. Back up into a seated position. From here, we're gonna go ahead and tuck our legs back, and we're going to go into a kneeling position. Now, kneeling positions, for some people, this is already gonna be a really big stretch on the quadriceps and the hip flexors. For those that need more, go ahead and bring your heels to the outsides of your hips. And from here, we're gonna take a deep breath in, lengthening the spine. Exhale, lowering back. See how I'm using my hands to protect myself as I'm finding where that stretch is for my body. Allow the front of the legs to open. You can bring your hands down to your sides. Deep breaths. It really helps if you engage the core on this pose, because that will make it so that your hips are forced into a proper position, and it's taking any excess pressure off of your low back. So if you're experiencing any low back pressure here, engage the core. Slowly go ahead and make your way back up. And that was a big stretch on the front. So we're gonna go ahead and go into a frog child pose. So feet are together, legs are splayed out. We're gonna take a big inhale. Exhale, hands come forward. Trying to keep the butt onto the heels. Active fingertips reaching forward. With our hands, we're going to start walking our way to the left side. Our body follows, except we still want to keep our butt on our heels. Stretching out that right side. And now over to the left, or over to the right. Now over to the right. Beautiful, back to center. And then we're gonna go back to a tabletop position. And we're gonna go ahead and get one last twist on the thoracic spine. So move your right hand right underneath your chest. Take your left hand, inhale, reach back. Switch sides. To loosen up the rest of the back, we're gonna go ahead and go into some cat-cow. We're going to do 5 of these deep breath cat-cows. Inhale, stomach tucks in, hips tuck in, shoulder blades splay out. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hips round up, stomach falls down. Inhale. Exhale. Let the neck fall and let the head fall as you come up into your inhale. One more. Wonderful. What a beautiful practice. We're gonna go ahead and end it in Shavasana. Legs are hip width apart. Shoulders fall down to the sides. Toes are pointed up. And here, You're just allowing the changes to be made to your body. You're giving your body and your mind time to process everything we just did. Shavasana is the best pose. It allows you to just be in a state of being. We're always doing everything. So to be able to give yourself time and allow yourself access to just being, such a wonderful gift. Stay in Shavasana as long as it serves you. I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining me. This was very much needed. It was great. I had a lot of fun and it was great. Thanks again, Mario, for the awesome mic. I'm so excited to see how it turned out. Also coming up, we have an interview from one of the clients of the Peakview Pack. So remember to stay tuned and I will be posting that and letting you guys know when that's going to be out. But it should be relatively soon. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks again so much and talk to you soon.